Vietnam. Just kidding. We're in Shelton. Close enough. There's some trees. I guess Shelton looks like Vietnam after the war. Everything's been chopped down and blown up. Yeah, so where are we? We are... You saw that stuff yesterday. I got those two right there to hold that brake line in place. It looks a lot better now. It's not floating in the middle of the frame. I'm going to do a few more here and there. I just haven't drilled them yet because that all needs to go. Got the old aviation technician handbook out. Getting all this stuff apart. Then I can start blowing these bed bolts out of there because the whole bed's going to come off. I got the measurements that we need, so I know where to route the bottom of these lines because the bottom's not in there, just the tops. I took measurements off of actually where those bolts mount and did all that stuff. Yeah, it all lines up pretty well. Both sides match. Everything's square, which is good. That always helps. Those will be a good reference point. I could try to reference this, but I mean, it would hit this, and then there's a gap in between there and the bed itself. And even then, like, there's a gap in between there, and then there's this thing, so I can't get a straight edge on there, so I'd have to guess from right there. And it just wouldn't work well, which happens to be what that line is. That line is approximately that depth. But I don't know. So I'm not measuring that way. That's what I was originally going to do, but hey, there are bed bolts right there. It's a lot easier. So that's going to work out really well. Yeah, I'm just getting it all blown apart, getting the batteries and all the heavy stuff out, get the toolbox out. Then Alan and I can pick up the bed and move it. Yeah. The cherry picker might be involved too. I'm not sure yet. Find out.
We're ready to go ahead and pull the bed so that way we can finish routing back the electrical line all the way back there, and so we can make our air lines go from the couplers that are kind of between the cab and the box itself, and so we can make those all the way up to where they need to go, and then we can go ahead and put the bed back on. So we're just doing this while we're waiting on our head, getting things knocked out. Check it out, we got an order here. Let's see what it is. Oh, cool. Got ourselves a badass LED safety button here that we're going to use on the safety switch for the AccuAir, so we can just have it on with this instead of just the ignition switch, so it's a little safer, because this truck will straight up guillotine somebody and seriously hurt someone so extra layer of safety. And we got some slow downs here, mufflers, because it is so loud when it airs out, and we've had it like our heads by the toolbox, like when it's done it, and it's like, ah, my ear, it's terrible. So we're gonna put these on there, and then we got some good relays for the compressors. What am I thinking? But yeah, way better and way bigger than the little one that they tell you to put both the compressors to that comes with your AccuAir kit. So we're going to use this for more reliability. got the electrical all ran, we're gonna go ahead and fill up all the holes in the frame that Ford put in it for all the miscellaneous things and different options they'd have, because they look terrible. Don't mind the exhaust fan in the background. It's like 90 and it's still like almost, it's like 7 o'clock. It's 90 degrees out. So I'll show you guys what holes we're filling up though. As you can see down here, all these rivet holes are actually things that Ford would add for miscellaneous stuff, but you don't need that. We're gonna clean it all up. Weld them up and grind them all smooth. There we go, guys. That ends another day at Cougar House Garage. It was a pretty successful day. We got the bed off, and then we got the electrical harness all drilled its holes and routed all the way back around the step notch there. We put it on the inside of it. It was the best place for it. Then we used our button top stainless steel little screws to hold it all on. We drilled holes and tapped the frame for those. Pretty slick, so when you got to blow it apart to paint it, all we got to do is zip them out with an electric tool instead of worrying about nuts. So that's pretty awesome. And then we moved on to, we were going to place some airlines, but then Brandon and I decided to go ahead and plug weld all the holes in the frame up front around the Z-notch area, where Ford just puts all these holes there for all these miscellaneous things that different models will get and different options. So we went ahead and plug welded all those up and ground those all smooth. But next week we'll keep picking away at those holes. We got to weld up the passenger side of the frame and do the same thing, and then we'll move on to making our airlines and then getting the toolbox put back together. But until then, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for your constant support as always. Please leave a comment. Tell us what you think about this chassis. We worked really hard on it, Brandon and I. But check us out at Cougar House Garage, guys. Check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook /Cougar House Garage. And we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram. Follow us, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.